It's Miss D again. On here, first of all, I just want to thank God. I want to thank God for just being God and for always showing up when I don't think He's going to show up. Just like today, I want to thank God for being ahead of my life through all of my storms, through all of my hurt, and through all of my pain. And I just want to tell everyone who supports me, thank you. I wish I can explain the heaviness on my heart. You guys know my story, and people still want to judge me. Why, I do not know. All I do is try to tell my truth and talk about the goodness of God. All throughout my life, I had horrific things happen to me, and I mean horrific. Started when I was 5 years old that I can remember how the man who helped create me used to shoot at us and we have to run out the door. And I know this is going to hurt some of my family members because they hate me telling the truth, but I have to tell my truth. Because God didn't take me through all of that for me to keep it to myself. And I know there's some people who had similar things happen to them in their life. I'm 61, soon to be 62 in February. And I still have so much hurt and so much pain. You guys know my story. And it's because of God that I'm still here and that I'm still alive. That I know for sure. I'm 100% sure if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. And for God, I thank you. I thank you that through all the drama and all the trauma and all the hurt and all the pain, I still love God. If you've had a gun to your head, been abused so much. I've been abused from the age of 5. I was sexually abused from the age of 8 to 10. And all through my life, since I was 7 till I got 17, I had nothing but pain. Yeah, in the midst of all of that, there was spurts of good days, but the bad days always overwhelmed the good days. And I'm sure there's people like that. But I still love God. I go through so much in a day. People don't realize that because I put on makeup or have hair. I'm 61. I have makeup. I have hair. But I'm still going through. But I still love God. Just like today, it's a sad day. I have sad days. And I still trust God. I sit here not homeless, as I said. Still no furniture in my house, and we've been here a while. Still going through it because my husband has heart problems and it's hard to get help. You just don't know our story. I live in Kinston, North Carolina, a little hometown that really does not help people unless you have kids. My kids are grown, but I still trust God because I was feeling so down this morning that I didn't even want to get out of my bed. And I just started praying and talking to God. And someone out of the blue who I hadn't talked to in a while called me and said that she loved me and she was a minister. And she said, I haven't forgot about you, Miss D. I love you. And I just started crying. Because sometimes I feel like I don't have love in my life. I don't have the support that I deserve. Because I've always was there for them. As many people as I can help, I help. Through all of my trauma and my hurt and my pain and my loneliness, I still love God. And I'm human and I must keep it real. Sometimes I just don't even feel like He hears me or He sees me. because I'm still going through so much stuff. Sometimes the pain is so overwhelming. I just want to just say, I'm tired. Do whatever you got to do. But I want to live. I want to keep helping people, and that's what I do. I go to pantries now for food. And when I get it, I go and give it to people. And I go back home to an empty house. But I still trust God. We do all we can. I'm just trying to tell you that life ain't easy. And just because someone chooses to beautify themselves, that doesn't mean they're not going through pain and hurt. When your whole family, besides one person, turn their back on you for years. When I was growing up in my house with my mother and father, who are both deceased now, they made me do everything: cook, clean, take care of my brothers. I used to, at the age of 8, cooking. At the age of 10, cooking, cleaning. And at night, I was abused. No one came to help me. But then the next day, I had to get up and be the mother. Being tortured, being abused, and all I ever had was God, who carried me through. Sometimes I wonder, why am I still here? I don't fully get it, because I'm in so much pain, so much suffering in my life. Holidays come around, I don't really have anybody. I really don't. I still trust God. I tell myself this every day. And I know there's people out there feel the way. Same way, when you do all you can and you've been there for people and you want to know, when is your day coming? But you still keep being that good-hearted, good soul person. Because deep in my heart, I know God is with me. I know He still wakes me up every day and He don't have to. I know He still puts food on my table, even if I got to go to the food bank to get it. Because you guys don't know our story. You don't know what we go through every day. And I know there's people out there feeling the same way. And people always want to judge you. All I ever wanted to do was be happy. All I ever wanted to do is have a loving and caring family. Somebody I can call and say, I just need a little help. But I have no one. Just my husband, and he has a bad heart. He does the best he can. We overwhelm in bills, you just don't know. But we still keep pushing. And I hope and pray that people understand that all we can do is the best we can and take one day at a time. All my life, even through all my trauma, all my pain, everything I've been through, homeless many times, hungry many times, driving a truck right now that had lights on it, but God still keeps it running every day. Because I know He's with me. I know this. And I know He's with you. So whatever you're going through, just know that if nobody else does a thing, God is with us. He is with me. I know that. But again, I'm human. He's with you. But I still feel so bad so many days. I go to church by myself. I've been going to church by myself for years because I promised God, and if He would carry me through at the age of 8 and 10 when I was abused so bad, mentally, physically, every night, that I will always give Him some time, and I do that to this day. I feel so sad sometimes because I do all I can for people. I do, and I don't have much. But I know I have to believe in my heart that my day, my miracle will come. All I ever wanted to do was sing, talk about the goodness of God, encourage people, because I know there are a lot of people out there who are lonely, who are hungry, who are homeless, who don't have nobody to turn to. Turn to Jesus. If you don't have nobody else, turn to him. I pray so much. I ask God just to turn it around for me. And I promise you, I'll always help people. I always will, because I love people. No matter everything I've been through, I still care about people. But sometimes I feel there's no one really cares about me. But that don't stop me. I still keep praising God. When that girl 6 months ago dragged me over 30 something feet backwards with her car, with her child in the back seat, and I asked her if this was just recently. I thought I was gone then. But God still said, daughter, it ain't your time. Did I get an apology? No. Did I get a phone call? No. Did they even check on me to make sure I was okay? No. And when I tell you that hurt me to my soul, to my soul. And I'm still healing right now. I still can barely walk some days. Some days I have to sit down because I feel like I'm a fall. But still, God is with me. And when I look at families, all I can do is cry. Because I don't have that type of family. I don't have that type of love. But I know there's a lot of people the same way. When you do all you can and keep giving and keep trying to have a smile on your face, knowing that the pain is deep, but you still trust God. And you keep giving and you keep caring. Thank you for whoever joined in. I appreciate you. And I'm glad I know it's so sad to say that, strangers will comment and your family says nothing. I pray every day that just one person, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, anybody who can help me to tell my story. I went on this show called Untold Stories, and it's on there, Unfiltered Stories. And if you really want to know what happened to me when I was a child, it's there, Unfiltered Stories. My truth is there in graphic detail what happened to me. But I'm still here. My ex died, and he tortured me, and he was really bad to me. But for a long time, he was good to me, and then he just changed on me, and the devil got in him. He threw the Bible, and I prayed, and I went through all of that, and when he left me nothing. His family don't know, because one thing about the devil, boy, he's good. He's real good. He can fool you. He can fool you. And so many people don't know the devil is real. But God is bigger. God is better. He threw him out of heaven. But that devil is real. Just like there's a heaven, you better know there's a hell. And we live hell on earth. And if you don't have Jesus, if you don't have God, if you don't have such one person on this earth that you can turn to, it's sad. But you can turn to Jesus. That's who I turn to every day. Every day I turn to God. Every day I tell God, thank you. I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know when you're going to do it. I don't know how you're going to do it. But I believe you're going to do it. Because I went through all of that and I didn't die. I have very high blood pressure right now because I worry. Because I'm human. I just want a breakthrough. That's all I want. I just want somebody to believe me when I tell you I've been through so much, but I still trust God. I didn't turn to drugs. I didn't turn to alcohol. I turned to Jesus. And I'm holding on to God and praying every day that I will overcome all this pain, all this suffering, all the loneliness, all the heartache and pain. I believe. Trust me when I tell you, if I didn't believe, I wouldn't get up every day. But I have to speak what God telling me to say, because I know there's people out there who feel the same way. When you do all you can for people, and people, all they want to do is get online or get behind your back and talk about you. And knowing that's not you, know they're lying. There are so many pathological liars out here that will try to derail people just because they're unhappy with their own lives. And they use people, take advantage of people, lie to people, judge people. But then if they would only look in the mirror at themselves. Just look at yourself. How can you judge and talk about somebody else when you're doing so much wrong on the down low, on the out low, whatever you call it, but yet you want to judge somebody else? Don't you know God is our judge? Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you so much. Don't you know that He hears and He sees all? I know He do. So whatever you're going through in your life, look at me. I've been through it. I've been through hell. I mean hell. But God still kept me. He's still with me to this day. And I'm so grateful. All I ever want to do, and I keep saying this, is be happy. I would like to go around helping more people, praying for people, talking about what God has carried me through to encourage someone else that you can make it, but you can't give up. And I know it's hard, because I'm telling you, I keep saying I'm human. And sometimes I do want to give up, but then God said, nope, daughter, I'm with you. Don't you stop now. And it seemed like it's been years, but I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on to God because He's all I have. I got to keep trusting and believing that He will bring me through all of this. So I'm not going to quit. All I ever want is just to be happy. All I ever want is my family to reunite. All I ever want is to help people and give back to people. So many homeless people. I've been homeless like 6 times, and I've seen people living in camps, kids. And it hurts me that people have so much food in these restaurants. Give it to these homeless people. They need it. All these rich people in the world. Help somebody. Help somebody. God didn't give you all of that for you to boast about it and you to be in your own little world. Help people. And I know I'm not saying that everybody, because there are a lot of people that do help people. But I just know they could do more. There's many people out there that can do more. And I ask you guys, pray for me. Pray for all the people who have been so hurt. And all they can do is hold on to God's unchanging hand and accept the things they can't change. And I try to do that every day. But everybody needs somebody, and you can't hide behind God. How you get on here and talk about God and talk about how, your life is so good when you know you've done so wrong? How do you do that? How do you go on with your life, and how do you judge someone who had a messed up childhood, who was not in control of what happened, but tried to rectify it and try to make it better as they got older, and you still hold a grudge on them? How do you do that and say you love God? God is a forgiving God. God said if someone is trying, because he's the kind of God, he helped those who help themselves. He's there when you need him, and he's there when you don't need him. But I know God sees all and knows all. You can get behind him and pretend like you are holier than thou if you want to, and then behind closed doors, you hate your mama. You hate your brother. You hate your sister. But then you get on here and try to encourage somebody about their lives when your life is not right. Get your life together. Change the way you feel and let go of the past, because the past is just that, the past. I wish people would realize that. Sometime, not all the time, when you're kids and when you're a young adult and when you have been traumatized, you don't have any control of what happened. All you can do is try to make it better and do better. And ask God to forgive you for all you've done wrong. God took me through all of that for a reason. This I know. And if I can tell my whole truth, I would. I just don't have the time, and some things I can't say on here. But I want you to know that I love God. And I'm thankful that he spared my life so many times. And I know there are people out there who are going through the same thing. Just tell God thank you. And keep that faith as small as a mustard seed. Keep that faith, because that's what I do. I keep believing that someday somebody, they always say, you ask for money. I don't ask. I don't beg. I just ask because I'm going through so much. I just need help. And I don't have a family that I can go to. All I can do is just believe and trust that one soul, one person will believe me. And know, because I get on here and try to look the best I can, that doesn't mean that I'm not going through a lot in my life. That doesn't mean that every day I wonder, are we going to still be in this home? Or am I going to be back in it, sleeping in that truck again? Or with that truck going to put us down? Or we'll be able to pay our rent this month? Every month is a struggle. Every month. I just keep getting on my knees, and that's hard to do sometimes because of my leg, because how I was dragged 6 months ago. And no one even cared enough to call to see was I okay. That hurt me. I'm still hurt. But I can't let it stop me. I can't let it steal my joy. I can't. Because if I give in to that devil, he'll bury me. He's not going to take me out. God is going to bring me out. I have to keep believing that. And if you're going through, the devil ain't going to take you out. God going to bring you out. He going to bring me out somehow, some way. I don't know how. So whatever you're going through, don't give up. Just look at my name. Lady D is what they call me. Know that he's a God that won't give up on you if you don't give up on yourself. Even if you do, he's still going to show up. Because I said I get down, so down sometime, I don't even see how I get up. But I do. And I thank God for that church I go to. It's a wonderful church, let me tell you. They bring me joy. They uplift me. They do. But they're human too. It's a few people that speak to me, but most of the time I sit there by myself. I get the word. I get the glory of God, the deeper life, and then I go home, which I try to do every Sunday as I go alone, because I know that I'm special. I know God is keeping me here for a reason. I just want people to understand that there's nobody like God. There's nobody like him. I wish I can go into detail how many times he's took me out of that situation where I could have lost my life. So many times. And I don't look like what I'm going through or what I've been through. And that's because of Jesus. Because Jesus was with me then. He's with me now. I know that he's with you now. So don't give up. Just look at this video every time. I don't care how low you get, and I can't get no lower. I can't do nothing but come up. You can't do nothing but come up. You got to just believe and find a church to go to. No matter if no one says nothing to you in there, go in there and get a word, because God will always give you a word. He gives me a word every time. And it fills my soul. But that devil is always on the left side, always on the right side, trying to tell me to give up, to stop. You know, your God ain't going to be there for you. And I say the devil is a lie. God is already with me. Because anytime you can go through all of this stuff, and I mean it's a lot. If I can only tell you, you wouldn't even believe it. And still trust God, and still love God, and still go to church, and still do the best I can with what I got. I just pray for my miracle. I say it all the time. I've been waiting on my miracle for a long time. And when I do get it, I'm going to help people. I'm going to give to people like I always do. But I'm going to do so much more. And I want to talk about it, and I want to be about it. Never had a new truck in my life, but still believe in God. I just go through so much. And I know there's people out there too that go through a lot too. It's not just me. It's so many people who are so good and have the biggest heart, and all they need is a chance. All we need is a chance. So many scammers out here always saying they're going to help you, but you got to do this, you got to do that. If you want to truly help someone, just help them. Why has got to be a stipulation? That's a scam to get money that you don't even have. When people get on here and pour their heart out and tell their truth, and you still want to judge them, that's the devil. And I'm not going to let him win. Don't you let him win either. Never give up on yourself. Keep believing in God. Keep trusting God. Know that he's a God that will never, ever fail you if you truly believe that. I believe it because I'm still here. I'm in pain. I am hurt. I'm sad a lot of times, but I still trust God. I'm going to keep him. I'm going to keep on trusting him because I love God. And I know if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today. So I hope that this video helped somebody. And I pray that it'll reach somebody because it's my truth. It's my truth. It's my truth. And all I want is a miracle. All I want is overflow. All I want is to be happy. All I want is not to wake up every day wondering what's going to happen next. Wondering, it always in the back of my mind because I'm human. I'll be homeless again. Wondering, will that truck crank today? I just want to break because I'm tired. I just want to break. I want those people who know they did so wrong to me. 6 months later and you still haven't apologized. and you still go on with your life for what you did. You thought it was right. You might have not have thought it was right, but you did it. Who drags their grandmother? Not a call. Who hurt someone who always was there for them and did the best that they can do, and they know that, and they can't want to keep living in that past. You gotta live in the future. You gotta know that God is a God that is always there. Even when we think he's not. Even when I think he's not. I know he is. I know God is a God that won't fail me. And I love him. And I'm grateful to him. If I never say anything else, I am so grateful to God for saving me. I'm so grateful that no matter what my family members did to me, no matter what my father, mother did to me, I didn't give up. I still kept believing that God gonna carry me. He's gonna bring me out. I'm gonna have my turnaround one day. I have to believe that. I have to. You have to. I want to thank everyone for joining in. Please pray for me. And if you want to help, I'm just gonna say, leave me a message if you want to help me, and I'll give you my cash app. I'm not even gonna put it out here. If you want to help me, help me. If you don't judge me. Because I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing all I can do. And I'm going to keep believing, and I'm going to keep loving God. Because I know there's somebody, it's going to touch somebody's heart one day. One of my videos is going to get through to somebody, and I'm going to get on here and tell you someone finally heard my cry. Until that day, I'm going to keep believing. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep waking up thanking God every day. I'm going to keep knowing that it's on the way. I want to thank each and everyone for joining in. I want to thank each and everyone for always praying for me. I want to thank you for giving me joy and for giving me hope. In my worst days, I get online and someone always says something nice. More nice people than the haters. And I appreciate that. Thank you again. And I'll be back again. I love y'all. I'm grateful to y'all. I'm thankful to TikTok for letting me tell my truth. If you can help me, help me. Don't judge me. Don't judge that person in the street. If you have extra food or you can help somebody, help them. And God will bless you. Thank you. Have a blessed and wonderful Sunday. I'm sorry, Wednesday. And I appreciate you. God bless you.